Let's get ready to story!
There we are. Teaching. Tennis coach. Grandchildren, you didn't let me finish. Jerry Pickard, come on up. Jerry. I'm gonna make this last ring.
Hi everybody, Jerry Pickard, Bridge Street, Jessup, PA. My story is a stroll through Jessup. You know, when I grew up, Jessup was a town of bars, little grocery stores, hangouts, and I'll start my story up by DeAndrea's Pharmacy. One morning, Gail Lurkley walked into DeAndrea's, and there was a guy standing there, and he said to her, he said, "Boy, Gail, I saw your picture in the paper today. You look so extinguished." Across the street, Karen Pollock, myself, and Jimmy Gregory were standing there. Jimmy Gregory was telling us, he said, "Boy, you should see my new girlfriend. She's so pretty, and she's young, and she's writing me love letters." And Karen says, "With what, crayons?" Then, you know, you walk up the hill a little bit, and there was Druts, a hangout in the late 50s. You'd always hear music coming from inside. And one day I was up there, and you can hear the stroll, you know, "Come on, baby, let's do the stroll." 6 guys and 6 girls on each side, and Paul Rohan is strolling down with the girl behind him. He turns around, he sees Tony Santarelli coming in the front door. He strolls right out the side and takes off on 2nd Avenue. What a neat town, man. It was just so much fun, so happy. Went up a little ways across from the Legion. There was Chet's pool hall. And I think Chet gave Disney the idea of having the line to get on the, if you were taller than the line, you could get on the rides. Because in Chet's, if you were taller than the broom, you could get a dime glass of wine. So guys that couldn't make the top of the broom pushed down the bristles. You know? So when the bristles got flat and flush with the floor, we'd call Camel up and tell him to come down for a drink. So as you go up, then you get up to the top, and you know, you get to the library, Jan's. Kim made reference to Jim Betty's. Rossetti's bar was catty corner to Jim Betty's, and you know, with Camels up in the library, the infamous Camel, the proprietor. One day I was sitting on the porch with Donna's Aunt Agnes at 8 o'clock in the morning, and here comes Camel down on his lawnmower with his bathrobe on. He's the first guy on the East Coast to get a DUI on the lawnmower. It was just crazy. And in Jane Garber's, like everybody had nicknames, and we used to play P-pool, you know, and in P-pool you get a P and with the number on it, and if you made that ball, you'd win. So Victor, we were playing one day, and Victor says to Hannah, he says, "Hannah, leave me open, Aggie's next." But then the phone would ring, and he'd pick up the phone, he said, "Oh, geez, I gotta go home. The canary's stuck in the chimney again. I'll be back, but don't wait for me." Up in the Pioneer Club, which would be the last bar on the way out of town, they were open on Friday nights and Saturday nights, sometimes on Wednesday, and they'd have great tripe and pizza, and they'd have a card game every Friday night. You know, so one Friday, 1973. I was up there playing cards. I came in from teaching in New Jersey, and there was a school board member playing cards, but it wasn't Kurt Camoni. He wasn't on the board back then. Or my cousin Bobby over here. But I said, you know, I'd really like a job teaching back here. And he said, geez, we're voting on Monday. He said, you're half whacked up now. He said, I don't know whether to believe you or not. He said, but call me on Sunday. You know, so on my way back to New Jersey, I called him up before I left. Monday night, my phone rings in New Jersey, and he says, you got the job, but one thing, you have to come in tomorrow and fill out the application. But, you know, you couldn't help living in Jessup. I just have two more, then I'll stop. I can't hear the bell, I'm hard of hearing. I have, you know, you couldn't help if you had a propensity for drinking to turn out like to be a pretty good drinker in Jessup. I was one of those. They used to call me the wicked Pickard. Towards the end of my drinking, me and two of my friends, like, we didn't go out that much on Friday and Saturday, so what we would do was line 4 chairs up in the kitchen. And in these 4 chairs, we would pretend we were on bus trips, so we would sit in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th seat and hope somebody would stop in so they could drive the bus. So one Friday night or one Thursday night we're sitting there, we're on the bus, and Ron Dushny comes in and he says his friend Bob Gladwell, they played on the 1969 national championship team at Notre Dame, and Bob he was a former bartender down at the Hitchin Post in Peckville, and he was the first guy to start off as a bottomless bartender. So what happened was we decided to go to Albany to see the University of Albany play, who was Bob's team. So we were loaded for like a day. So we get in the car and we're driving up the highway. We go around the New York Thruway, and we had to go to the bathroom. So it was like 8:45 in the morning, so we stopped in this bar and we got in there, and they wouldn't serve us because we were too drunk, you know. So the name of the town was Coxsackie. So as we're leaving, we're trying to get the drink. They wouldn't give us the drink, and my friend Tom says to the bartender, "What'd they do? Name this town after you?" But, you know, awesome place to live, awesome place to grow up. And I want to say something about the Baron here. I'm done, but I like to mention the Baron. The Baron's a real funny guy, and his story was a tribute to my cousin Jackie, who I love dearly. But I'd like to say one thing about Bobby. And I was at Joe Daly's retirement dinner, and Bobby was the speaker. And he was telling about how when Joe Daly got the superintendent's job, that he had to follow in Dapper Dan Karazi's footsteps. And Dan Karazi was an impeccable dresser. So Joe Daly comes on, and within a couple of days he has Armani suit after Armani suit after Armani suit after Armani suit. And Bobby says, "Not me, Robert Hollowinen."